Hello and welcome to this sacred space and to this reading where you will receive some answers about your path from your inner being as well as from Hekate. These last couple of months has been intense and quite difficult to move through, but there has been a purpose to this, to get you into a new opening. And so we are going to give you some answers here today about that. The purpose of what you've been facing and the opening that is being presented to you now. It is a threshold and you can choose to step beyond it or stay behind it for a while longer. You choose. And for this reading, I will not put a meditation picture to meditate on the cards. So I will get back to how I did things before. So you will choose your message based on the timestamps in the description box down below. But as always, I will begin by setting an intention for this reading. I feel like there was something else here that I was supposed to tell you. I just feel this sense of comfort coming from the goddess here. That all is well. Whatever you have been moving through has served a purpose, and you can trust in the unfolding of the process here. Even though it has been painful and difficult, it will lead you to beauty, love, prosperity. Let's find out here. Okay. So let's begin by connecting in. I'm connecting with my sacred self and the wisdom of my sacred self through all existing lifetimes, both the past, the present, and the future coming together in this now moment. Connecting in with my spirit guides. Calling forth Gere and Freke to guard and protect this sacred space, and to only allow in those energies that my spirit guides deem fit to protect and contain my energy. Entering into Mimer's well to access wisdom, knowledge, and insights, both from other realms as well as from my own subconscious terrain and my ancestry line. Asking to raise my inner fire for the purpose of igniting your flame and passion throughout this reading. Connecting in with and calling forth the goddess Hekate to inhabit this space and this reading, and to channel her messages of wisdom, death, and rebirth through me as a vessel. I set the intention that I give you clarity and wisdom and insights, and that I channel these messages in a clear, concise, compassionate, and impactful way in order to transform your experience while you still feeling the trust, the feeling of being comforted and held. I pray that these messages will be for the highest good of all beings and the earth in its entirety. Let it be so. Tack så mycket. Let's begin the readings. Message number 1. Let's see what answers we have for you. I'm using the Darkwood Tarot here. And I'm asking your inner being, with the assistance of Hekate, to reveal to us the journey, the path that you have been trotting on lately. The one which has shown you most obstacles and difficulty and challenges. Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom we have the High Priestess. This is about feeling comfortable in your own skin, in your own body, and balancing your mundane life, the reality of your mundane life. No, let's rewind there for a bit. This is about the duality here between living as a human and also being very spiritually connected. You have been presented with a challenge when it comes to that. And the challenge is being shown to you, being showcased to you through how you experience your body. There's a disconnect here. Is there anything else you would like to say here? Because I feel that there is more to access within this. There is essentially discomfort or not being pleased or not feeling like yourself, but it connects to your body, the feeling of your body, the appearance of your body in some shape or form. And the path here. Why are you moving through this? Why have you been experiencing this? And it is a probability that the intensity of this feeling disconnected has been more, it has been more intense these last couple of months. Not feeling like yourself. So Hekate, what is your message around this theme for this group? What is the threshold? I'm using the Messenger Cards Oracle. It's a swan. I'm just going to access the image here because, as you can see, there are no titles, no keywords, nothing. So I'm moving into a deeper meditative state to access what wisdom Hekate wants to give me around this theme. But it is about you becoming and transcending the limits that you perceive around your body. Or rather, the limits you experience by how you are perceiving your body, your relationship with your body, is putting limits on your existence, on your life. And also of your connection to spirit. Because to have a deeper connection to spirit, you have to be grounded in your body, and they are connected. it's not like these things are two completely different aspects of your being. Having an experience with your body is spiritual. And the spiritual experience is showing through your body as well. You being a human and all that it entails. I'm going to connect in for a moment here more deeply. So it's connecting to beauty and transforming yourself, how you see yourself. And so I remember this experience that I had a while ago, when I realized how beautiful it is to be a human being. How beautiful it is to experience pain and grief and all the ugly things of being a human, the challenges and the difficulties. How beautiful that is. How beautiful it is to experience such strong emotions and to overcome these challenges, to overcome crisis and chaos. How strong human beings are in their fragility. There's beauty there. At the bottom we have a butterfly. So this experience is enabling you to transform your perspective, how you perceive your reality, how you perceive your body. And you can love your body through every stage. And you can also accept that you currently do not love your body. And that is still a step forward in coming to terms with the experience of your body. And Hekate is saying that that is all for this message. I do hope that it gave you some clarity and what to focus your attention on next. And I do hope to see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye. Message number 2. For you, Hekate is asking me to begin by connecting into your inner being, diving deep and see what is lurking in the shadows. So that's what I'm doing right now. You can breathe with me for a moment if you wish. This relates to childhood issues and wounding. And feeling of abandonment. And what's the word that I'm looking for? There's a specific phrasing that I'm trying to access here, but is being no, I can't access it right now. Perhaps we will further on. It's like the doors are being shut to that experience. Like your inner being saying that, no, that's enough. That hurts too much, that's too painful, let's not go there. Okay. How do we continue now? I just want to acknowledge this feeling that I had with you and say that I'm really sorry if this is something that you have been experiencing and if this is something that you're still hurting from. There is a possibility to move on. We might not completely forget the experiences, but we can live on more free of the pain, more free of the heartache. And experience love from a space of deep trust and feeling that we are protected, that our love is protected. Disappointment, that was the word, disappointment. Disappointment in your parental figures and what experiences they gave you, which I feel it was limited. You needed something else or needed more. Something was wrong here. And it put you to a very difficult test. Yeah. Now it's time for the Darkwood Tarot. So I'm asking your inner being with tenderness to say something about this path with the assistance of Hekate. I feel like your inner being is very, very vulnerable right now. Very vulnerable. Things might be resurfacing that connects back to childhood memories or past lifetimes or both. It is most definitely connected to this lifetime. At least. So what do you want to say? What do you want to express? I think I need to show these two together. Ten of Swords and the King of Wands. So this is a relationship to a person, a parental figure who had a very dominant, not necessarily dominant, but authoritative masculine energy. It could be either a woman or a man. It could be both parents, both parental figures. But the feeling is that of being hurt by them, being stabbed by them here. Let's see. We are moving forward with the Messenger cards Oracle. And I feel like this is very tender, so I get very subtle messages. Like there is an energy pull of still lingering on this experience. Yeah. Because that's what you are doing. You're lingering on this experience. Like you can't seem to let it go, really. And it doesn't matter how minor it seems. Perhaps you did really have a very loving, peaceful upbringing, but there was something or is something hurting you that you can't seem to break free of in your heart space here. So what's the medicine? What's the threshold for you? a message from Hekate. We have this dragonfly, and even this dragonfly looks beaten down. You have to move into the grief of that. And perhaps this is something that you have already done, and perhaps you have done this many times, a couple of times or a few times. But it's time to move into the depths of the grief of that once again, a couple times more. It's another round of facing this within yourself to release a bit more. And as you may have noticed, if you have been doing this before, you get a little bit lighter each and every time. So it's not the same thing coming back over again and again, but you're moving deeper and deeper and uncovering and releasing more and more as you are more and more ready to face the deeper layers of this. And it's not necessarily that you need to pinpoint certain memories and go through them, but just the emotional, physical baggage that you are still carrying within your body is what needs to be released. So, sitting with the grief and agony of this experience is what being called for. At the bottom we have this beautiful turtle. So you are moving towards a new chapter and moving towards the sun and towards vitality, slowly but surely, every time you release a bit more. And I think if you think back on your experience, you can tell that this is working, that you are in fact releasing. And Hekate is saying that that is all for this message. I do hope that it finds you well, and I do hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye. Message number 3. I do feel that you have quite a lot to release from your space, both physically and spiritually. So cleansing your body, cleansing your mind, your emotions, and your living space. Is there anything else? I'm being asked to feel more deeply into that. So what I'm sensing is that you have been moving through quite a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean moving through a lot physically in a tangible way. Perhaps you have just been moving through many layers of your identity, shifting and changing, uncovering things, working with the more hidden aspects of yourself. But a lot has been changing you. A lot of change. Not necessarily change even, but transformation. Transformation. I feel like you have been using all of your energy to transcend and transform yourself lately. Both from your own initiative and or being pushed and pressed upon you by the initiative of your guides, your deities, whoever you walk with. There's something more. There's a very specific message here coming through from a relative. And I'm wondering if this message is supposed to be to just one person or for this whole group. It is to the whole group here, a message. But I do feel that this ancestor is connected to a specific individual, but the message applies to all of you here. So I'm just going to feel into that. They want for you to free up more space in your schedule and to be kind with yourself, but also discipline, meaning being kind in not pushing yourself too much with too heavy exercise or too rigid of a schedule or full of a schedule, but being disciplined with the routines and rituals that helps you feel grounded, connected, and helps you feel very good. So that might be, taking regular showers, cleaning your home, cooking healthy food for you, go out on walks, and not getting into a slump with your health and well-being. That's where the discipline is needed. But but you need to be more relaxed and kind with yourself with your more so schedule. I do feel schedule, quite a rigid schedule. It's too much, it's too cluttered, and it's too rigid. Let loose a bit here, let loose. That comes through very, very strongly. And I almost see you dropping a few things, drop a few things. Now this has been coming up in another reading as well. So if you've heard that before, now is your second time. It's your second time. Listen to this message, take heed of the message. Or else your body will feel the consequences of that, dear ones. Be kind towards yourself. It's safe. It's safe to let things go here. It's safe. You will be fine. I just feel like extending this energetic hug and comfort to you that you can trust. You can trust that it's okay to let things go here and to relax more. So I'm feeling Hekate more strongly than your inner being here, prompting you with the message. It's almost like she wants to push your inner being in a certain direction here. Hekate, what do you want to tell this group about the path that they're being on? Give us more details. Like why are you doing this? 7 of Pentacles. At the bottom we have 3 of Swords. You are working yourself to exhaustion and possibly also depression, lethargy here. And the cause of that is something that lies underneath. It's heartache, it's pain, it's suffering, it's distress. More than anything else, I do feel distress. Coming from what? 3 of Wands. Like it's not enough. Something's not enough. either how you experience life. Yeah, there's something missing. So you're trying to fill that void here. And thinking that you are filling up your passion with things that make you passionate, or you are creative. But what you're actually doing is filling out a void here. There's something empty, something missing. And either every one of you will know what is missing from your life, what experience is missing from your life. Or perhaps it is in the shadows for you, and you will need to do some digging here. But it feels a bit empty and lonely here. So let's do a pull from the Messenger Cards Oracle with a message from Hekate about how to step over this threshold. What's the medicine for you? I feel like this will be very, very potent for you. You have a raven here facing. It almost looks like this raven is having a sun above his or her head, but facing the moon. Facing the moon. So it's like you have every opportunity to be active and be playing and be creative and be in the spotlight, in the sunlight. Every reason, but you are being pushed and called for to look at the darker things, and perhaps this is something that you don't want to do. Because these last couple of months have been very challenging for a lot of us, so it might be a bit difficult to dive into that at the moment. Like, will you ever resurface if you dive right now? Just when you thought you were hitting ground in a way here. But it's what you're doing now, it's shaky grounds, much like the tower. It will crumble if you don't do this dive. And there's something with the blackness and the darkness of this raven. And I do almost feel like being pushed into being in dark spaces, pulling, what do you say? Creating a dark room, only lighting one candle, being in the dark, meditating with your eyes closed and moving into a deeper state of being, into the darkness, where Hekate will lead you. And she will lead you not with the sun, not with the moon, but with the soft, glimmering reflection from the moon. So it's very dim, and you can barely see your way forward, but gently she is guiding you towards overcoming this threshold, overcoming this distress and filling up the void more wholesome. And filling up the void might be just acknowledging that there is something missing, but at least you are not running from it. And she's saying that that is all for this reading, dear group number 3. I do hope that it gave you much, and I do hope to see you next time. Do take care. Bye.